date selection technique brings us many useful information how to connect our spirit, our mind, our body with time, space, and all changes which are in our life in time and space. So I will start with one Shakespeare's question. Select or do not select? Many people in their life don't use the special techniques to understand the time cycles, the quality of the chi in time. So how many of you are using in your Feng Shui or personal practice the date selection technique? Great. So today I would like to interact with you because I prepared a practical, not presentation, but practical workshop. I will cooperate with you and I will be pleased if you also share your information and your vision. So the first one, what is the hidden secret of date selection and how to touch the chi of the time in the space? So what do you think? What's the most important secret in date selection?
Birthday.
Sorry?
Your birthday.
Your birthday. Okay. Any others?
Connection of the sun.
Okay.
Connection, earth, man and heaven.
Connection. Good. Okay. My reply will be at the end of presentation. Okay. So we will see what times brings to us. The first one, I would start with short history and the aspect of philosophy and metaphysics, because it is the base, philosophical base, for what we are doing in date selection techniques. In history, we have the Three Kingdoms and Han Dynasty, which are the most important for the date selection techniques. If we practice date selection, we have many different techniques, many different layers how to understand the quality of the chi and how to use, how to apply. Many people are very often confused if they improved their study and they know not only one or two or three techniques, but they know many different techniques, how to apply them correctly. What is more important and what's not, because what is usually in our reality, we have many different qualities present in the same time. Something is good, something is not very well balanced. So how should we decide what is the right way? I will try to show you some practical experience. We will analyze today's chi, the chi of the present moment. And I would like to try to show you how can we discern what is more important, what is less important, how to find the quality and how to tap it, how to use it for your action. And I hope that when we finish this presentation and we finish this study, you can benefit from this information. You can try to use it in your practice. Okay? So, in the techniques, we have very interesting techniques like, for example, Takua, Chimen, Erch, Baso, Tosho, Shensha, and so on. But what is important in metaphysical aspect, in date selection, we connect the time and space. We usually live in our consciousness in this world. We live in time, we live in space. But if we try to understand the philosophical and metaphysical aspect, there is only one chi in time and space, which are united in Tai Chi, in one big unity, one oneness, one principle, which is the source for all changes. We have a time-space continuum, and every change in chi, in the time, projects to the space. So for example, if we calculate the stem, heavenly stem over the day, we can find the quality of the stem. We can describe this quality, for example, using the polarity, using the 5 elements, using many other information. But also we can find the same quality in the space. So if we know that today is, for example, do you know what's today? Today, pink day. Yeah. So we can also find this quality somewhere in the space. The same. So if there is a change of the chi in the time, immediately at the same moment we have the change in the chi of the space, because there are no two. It's only one chi. Yeah. So it's very, very important. Yeah. We can also practice the date selection techniques without Feng Shui, but it's less powerful because it's only the matter of time. So the most powerful techniques of the date selection are Feng Shui date selection. So all date selection techniques which are directly connected to the space and time. Every change is based on the time cycles, time changes. At the same time, we have many time cycles present, and each time cycle gives us the specific quality of the chi. Space is something in regarding to the time. It's fixed, it's stable, but the energy of the space is every time changing during the moving of the heaven or influence of the heaven. It's the base of the duality. Our aim or our goal in the date selection is to come back to unity, to connect this duality, to find the center, and to come back to the original source, to get touch, to connect with our consciousness, with this source, and back to spread this quality of universal chi to duality, to the world. So all things become or could become the one again, because they are the one in their sense. So what is important? Every action in this reality tap the energy. If the energy is balanced, we can fly in this flow. It will be much more easy to get something or to do something if we can tap the energy which is according to our intention, to the process. So for all life, if something began, it's not only for man. Anything what has some beginning, has beginning in time and space. So this moment of time and space influence this life till the end. So that's the most important part of the selection. Why it is necessary or why it is good to try to understand it. we would like to find the best day and time which is in harmonic resonance with object and the intention or the purpose. If we come to a sense, the earth or Ti is our position, location and direction. This room has the main door. The main door has their location and their direction. This room is part of external environment, part of the building, so it's the earthly part, the earthly chi, Ti. Heaven brings us the time and date. It's Tian Chi, influence of the heaven. The man, all of us, we came here for some reason. Somebody to share his knowledge, somebody to listen and to be inspired. So if we connect, it's the Ren Chi, the Chi of the man, which is manifested by our intention, by our action, by our goals, by our activities. And it's important because the action of the man creates also changes. We are the part of the bigger change, the biggest changes of all universe. So if we connect these three things in one, we get the base for all Chinese metaphysics, San Cao, 3-1. The principle of unity of three levels of reality. Every change creates some interaction. Any things which are together creates interaction. And any interactions brings new output, brings new chi, new quality of the chi. The new chi means something which is born, something new, something which will be useful, which will influence the reality. So, if we could get the blessing of the heaven and earth for our action, we will do the right things in the right time and the right space. And that's what we are looking for in the date selection techniques. So, we have developed some software tools for a very easy and very fast calculation. Because the date selection, calculation of date selection is not very easy. It takes usually a long, long time to describe all lives. So here we have today Chi, the map of today's Chi. 14 May 2016. If we see the day, we have the Pink Shen Day. What is interesting? The pillar of this day is the same pillar like the year Chi. What does it mean? What brings for this day this information for us? What do you think?
Mischief.
Sorry?
Mischief.
Mischief. Another? Consolidation. What does it mean if you meet yourself? Strength in one side. The quality of this day brings the quality of the air. So it's much more stronger in this positive but also negative aspect. Because in both sides it's stronger because the quality of this air project much more stronger in this present moment. Yeah. Is it good or not for us? We will see. Okay, each pillar contains the heavenly stem and earthly branch. A combination of heavenly stem and earthly branch creates the nine element and also creates the hexagram. Each hexagram creates the Wu Xing, creates some of the five elements. The nine brings us some of the five element qualities. The heavenly stem brings some of the five element quality. Earthly branch create five element. We have many five element qualities present in one day. Okay? But what is much more important is interaction. How the chi is interconnected. So the first analysis will be analysis between the pillars. How the day communicate with the mount and the air. Is there any harmonic communication or not? And the second one is the intention of this action. This action, this event has some intention, has some goal. Is this intention going accordance to the heavenly chi, to this interaction? So let's analyze. The first what I will use is some basic information of couple of date selection techniques. Okay, so the first one, here we have some general rating of the date. This rating is calculated based on many different layers of time cycles. It doesn't mean that it is useful or not useful for the present moment. It only calculates some general quality. The first one, we will try to analyze the day officer. Do you know the 12-day officers, date selection techniques? Yeah. It's some of the very basic date selection technique, very often used in China or everywhere. So today we have the balanced day. What does it mean? The balanced day, if we look for the description, it's suitable for activities related with win-win outcome. Is this even based for win-win outcome? What do you think? Yeah, so the basic quality of the balanced day is suitable for activities related with win-win outcome. Yeah. Also business meetings, negotiations, agreements, obtaining benefit of balance, marriage, travel, and so on. So how can you tap this energy? If you want to use it today.
You get married.
Okay. For example, but you are now here. I don't think that you are ready for to become married at this moment.
You have to use the birthday. You have to know the birthday.
Yeah, exactly. That's another way. The first step is to analyze the general quality. Now at this moment, we are not including the man. We started with the general quality of the day. Yeah. So if you want to tap it, we can do our activity, which are going in accordance with this chi. What does it mean?
I'm not sure, but I think by saying win-win, you have to make sure you do something that both persons are going to benefit from.
For example, one of the most important things is to create the connection, create the action. You have a very good opportunity to speak to people. And if you do the networking, if you do the new connection, it could create the win-win. It would be useful for you and the other side. So now is the best time for you to try how that can influence your life. Okay. The second quality we have is a not very balanced Tun Kung. Somebody use Tun Kung date selection techniques? Okay. It's some layer. Yeah. Tun Kung describes the interaction between the monthly influence and the day influence. So it's based on this interaction. And for Tun Kung, today we don't have a very positive stars. Yes. So the first 12 officers is okay, it's balanced, it's very good useful. But Tun Kung, another layer for this day, doesn't seem to be very useful for the action. In Tun Kung description, this day is under the rule of grappling hook and red phoenix stars. As you know, they are not the positive ones. So bear in mind to replan your important activities for another day. Avoid traveling, reconstructions, moving, or wedding. Breaking these rules can lead to problems with money, love, or health. What does it mean? Is it mentioned here that it is prohibited to do, for example, the opening of the events? Public events? Yeah. So even if it is not very good, it's still a possible use for another intention. Do you understand? Yeah. So it's another layer. 28 constellation. It's the third layer of date selection. Each day is influenced by one of 28 constellations. So each 28 days become the same quality. Okay. So for today we have foundation T. It's suitable for public debate, real investment, opening public events. What does it mean? Is it good for today, T? Yes, very good. So two of the techniques show us positive outcome. Yeah? So we can tell it. Not every day has all layers suitable for the intention, but the first question in date selection, can we find any supporting chi? If yes, how can we tell it? How can it join with our activity? Okay? So, we can go to the next one. For today, the second thing, if we understand the general quality of the day, we can do some action. It's the main part, the action of the man, to do the activities which are according to the main chi of the day. So, for example, we have this day suitable for initiating study, course, and training. Yeah? So let's go. Okay. The third, what is important? If we analyze day, the part of the day is the time. This even become in some time. I use the correction, summer correction. Some of practitioners doesn't use correction of the summertime. I use the exact time, the true time for location, based on true longitude, latitude. So with correction by sun, which is artificial time. So we have start at 10 or 8 or 9:45. What is the quality of the time and how does it interact with the day? Here is the chi of the day. Here we have the quality of the time. At the 10 o'clock, we have the Kui Si, so it means the water and fire quality. Together with hexagram 4-6. The day is the hexagram 8-4, hexagram relief, and pink Shen, Our stars they combine, and we have interaction between the earthly branch, between the snake and what? Monkey. Snake and monkey, which is six harmony combined with ungrateful punishment and distraction. Okay? So the three relationships in one time. Which one will become real in this reality? Is it good connection supporting the time and the day or not? What do you think? Partially yes, partially not. Because we have both in a relationship. Is there any specific relationship between the water, yin water, and yang fire in heavenly stems? Not clash? Not combination?
One contracts, yeah.
It's also, of course, we can do the five element relationship, but there's nothing special. But we have a very strong connection between the Kuayun, between the hexagrams of the hour and the day. It's a Lo Shu combination, 6-4. Can you see it? Yeah. Lo Shu is positive or negative? It's balanced or not? What do you think? It's harmonic connection. Yeah. So if we go deeper, we can try to analyze the structure of the chi. Is there any specific structure, connection between all things which could be connected together? We find, yes, our day, month and year has a structure for this event. Because we have connection, Lo Shu connection in Kwa Yun numbers for all four pillars. Can you see it? Yeah. So it means that the chi communicates very balanced because it creates the structure. Anytime in date selection technique, if we can find a structure, it doesn't depend if it is in Takwa techniques or heavenly stems, earthly branches, or other techniques in the relationships. It means good communication. And good communication influence or could influence the harmonic result. Okay? There are many, many others relationships. I don't mention all of them. Come now to the specific application. The first one, I will show you one excellent date. If you have any important idea and you would like to put it into your life with a very, very strong support, find this date, 22 August 2016. What is special on this day? This day has many, many harmonic date selection layers because there is a stable date officer. It means that anything what would start at this moment will have a very long lasting. Yeah? So it's especially suitable for very, very long lasting things. Okay. The second, we have a net constellation and excellent Tunkung stars. Okay. Very, very strong Tunkung support. There are very good relationships between the month and the year in the earthly branches. Also, we have a very strong structure because we have a time gate or time window structure. What does it mean? Look at the hexagram. Hengi, Hengi, Hengi. Can you see? Here. 1, 2, 3. It means that all of these hexagrams are connected with blood link connection. It's one of the most powerful date selection connection. Yeah? So now it is very important to find the right type of the day. So what it would be? The first one, if we want to join the structure, we should find the same blood link connection. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 options. For practical use, the first two, I think, are not such usable like maybe the second two. But if there is no problem for you to wake up or stay at this time to be present, any of these is very good to begin the action. Some of them has a special relationship. For example, this one has 2 supporting positive stars. Can you see it? Also between the Kuayun is a harmonic relationship for all 3 pillars. Sorry?
The harmonic relationship, what time is that?
2 with 3, 4, and 4. It's Takwa relationship.
And the time?
Time here. 2 from 2 to 4.
You can't see. It's too small.
Oh, okay. So it's the first one. I will send you maybe email or presentation if you want. It's directly at the noon, and each 2 hours. If you use each 2 hours, you can use the same time, from 2 to 4, using the summertime correction. If you don't use summertime correction, it's 1 hour less or more. The second is from 4 to 6, or to 10 to noon. Midnight, sorry, not noon. Midnight, of course. Okay, so these are the specific time window. Yeah.
Do you take into account the fact that there's a full yin going on?
What is the most important? Yes, you can find Fu Yin and many other relationships, but what is the most important is the structure, the main structure, which is the base on time. And the main structure here is created by the Takwa structure. Yes. So if you can join this structure, you will get the harmonious outcome. Okay. So that's the most, because every time you can find many different layers. Don't be confused. Okay. If we find the space, each space has the specific quality. In this day, we have some space part which has direct connection to this structure. They are shown in these small circles. Can you see it? These are the space connections. So if you can do the ceremony, or you have the building with the facing of some of these angles, or you can choose your orientation or location, you can do something like acupuncture of the time. You can touch this chi and you can release its power to action. Okay? Be afraid of afflictions, day, monthly, on the year. Now you can see, for example, 5 yellow. Yeah? You can see some shower, Tai Sui, Sui Po, or another date selection, Feng Shui afflictions. Yeah? So try to use not, for example, day affliction which has the problem. For example, don't use these 3 if we have the 5 yellow here. But you can choose, for example, here or here, here, which can connect the structure. So it's the space in relationship with time. second is manual. If you born in, for example, 1951, you will join very exactly this structure. Because your year hexagram has the same structure relationship. The last thing, avoid the 17th May. Extremely bad day. Don't do anything important. Yeah? Distraction, inauspicious constellation, a very bad moonbreaker. Be careful. Yeah? Don't do any important. The last recommendation for my finish, do not mix technique. You can use different layers, but do not mix them. Yeah? You can use it to understand and to choose what will be the most important or less important for you. Yeah? So first recommendation. The second, avoid the bad days. Don't do important things in the bad days. The third, if it is possible, find a structure. Find a stable structure of the chi which will support your intention. Prepare for the action. If you can predict this structure, you can do preparation. Prepare for the action. Yeah. The fifth one, fly with heaven and earth. Be careful, because your wishes could become real. Yeah? And there's one proverb. It's extremely useful if the will and intention of the man goes in according to the will and intention of